incompetent to ruled competent to stand trial. Tonight, Kirsten Lindquist is on your side with arguments from both sides.
We see that, sadly, violence is growing. Violence against our first responders, sadly, is growing.
State lawmakers are cracking down on crime against first responders across Ohio. Tonight, the top punishment they're now calling for against those criminals. And first tonight at 5, you're taking a live look at the nation's capital tonight on a warning coming from the White House. Mass layoffs could be on the way, and it's all thanks to that government shutdown. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Rodney Dunnigan.
I'm Jessica Ralston. Agencies have been instructed by the administration to prepare for huge reduction in staffing. They call it imminent and inevitable. Atra El-Nashar reports.
Just 2 days into this government shutdown, and already it's unlike others in recent history because the president says it's also an opportunity to make sweeping cuts to the federal government.
Look, it's likely going to be in the thousands.
I can't believe the radical left Democrats gave me this unprecedented opportunity, President Trump posted on Truth Social Thursday morning.
We're going to look at agencies that don't align with the administration's values that we feel are a waste of the taxpayer dollar.
When the president announced he was meeting Thursday with his director of Office of Management and Budget, Russ Vought, to discuss cuts, he pointed out Vaught's role in devising Project 2025, a conservative blueprint for drastically shrinking and reshaping the federal government, something Trump tried to distance himself from during the campaign. Back on Capitol Hill, House Speaker Mike Johnson suggests instead the administration's hands are tied.
The president takes no pleasure in this. Russ does this reluctantly.
Others in the GOP echo the president that this is a Doge-like opportunity.
Russ Vought, the OMB director, has been dreaming about this moment, preparing this moment since puberty. Russ Vought has a plan, and that plan is going to succeed in further empowering Trump.
The logical question is, why are non-essential workers working for the U.S. government?
A new piece by the Washington Post editorial board argues Democrats marched into a shutdown trap. They write, left-wing Democrats, like the Freedom Caucus before them, enter this shutdown in a position of weakness, with Trump and Vought having the authority to choose which agencies and workers are on the chopping block. But Democrats argue they can't be blamed for this.
The bottom line is he's doing it anyway. They've already cut 300,000 people, whether there's a shutdown or not.
The president is already facing legal challenges from government workers' unions, arguing he does not have the authority to reduce the workforce during a shutdown. In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar.
National parks will stay partially open during this shutdown in a contingency plan. The Interior Department says open-air sites, including memorials, trails, and lookouts, will remain open. Visitor centers and sites that require staffing, like the Washington Monument and the Liberty Bell, will have to shut their doors. Health and safety efforts will continue at operational sites. The department says sites will close if public access poses safety or health issues.
Don't forget to download the WSYX app. We will send you updates right away with any developments with the story. It is free. Just search WSYX WSYX in your app store.
Let's give you a live look over downtown Columbus on this Thursday night. You definitely want to make the most of this beautiful weather over the next few days. Chief Meteorologist Marshall McPeak is timing it out.
It is gorgeous outside now. It still feels like summer for the moment. There is some slightly cooler air in the offing, but not until we get through the weekend. So it is still going to be very warm around here for the next few days. We're going to hit a couple of sunrise and sunset milestones in the next month. For October, we're going to start getting sunsets before 7 o'clock by October 10th. So that's coming up next week. And we'll hit an 8 a.m. sunrise, because that keeps getting later and later. We'll get there by the end of the month. Sunset on Halloween is actually 6:30 in the evening. So that's what you can expect for this month as we see more and more of that daylight disappearing each day. 80 was our high during the daytime today. We're about 8 degrees above average. Not setting any records, but still very warm. 79 in Columbus right now. We have a mix of sun and clouds across a lot of the state. Chillicothe right now at 83 degrees. Through the rest of the night tonight, we are still going to see some warm air moving into the region. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover come and go, but it will be dry again through the night tonight with no weather issues for your morning commute first thing tomorrow morning. The evening temperatures are going to be very pleasant. 68 degrees by 10 o'clock tonight. Will eventually drop into the 50s. We'll take a look at when that chance of rain shows up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, sir. Developing right now, the man charged in connection with the deadly mass shooting at a warehouse in New Albany has been ruled competent to stand trial. But
Bruce Foster's attorney is fighting that decision. Kirsten Lindquist is on your side with the latest from the courtroom.
In my hand is the third and latest report showing whether or not Bruce Foster is competent enough to withstand trial. According to these findings, he is. Bruce Foster walking into a Licking County courtroom with his wrists shackled. He is accused of opening fire on his coworkers at a KDC-1 warehouse back in February, leaving 2 dead and 4 others injured. His attorney contesting the findings of this latest competency evaluation.
Because competency is going to be a fluid situation, we don't believe that we are at the point that we should be proceeding. The defense would intend to call a witness. Your Honor, we're employing a doctor to do a report.
According to this third report, since receiving treatment for months and a court-ordered hospitalization, doctors are now saying he is competent. The state maintaining their position, but Foster's attorney wants to bring in those doctors to testify to his competence.
What I'm trying to make sure the court understands today is I think Central Ohio Behavioral Health has already discharged Mr. Foster and has a report that we're willing to stipulate to. But in as much as we don't agree with the finding, it's the defense position that we would be immediately filing a competency motion and asking this court to review the same issue again.
We are also learning Foster is facing new charges from an assault that took place in the jail back in May. Now, the judge has set a new hearing date for that competency hearing to bring in those doctors to testify and see if he will stand trial for that deadly shooting. That next date in court is October 30th. On your side, I'm Kirsten Lindquist in Newark.
Take a look at your screen now. This man, Joseph Pacheco, is behind bars after police were called to South High Street Monday for reports of gunfire. 2 customers got into a fight inside a business there. It escalated, and police say Pacheco went to his car, grabbed his gun, went back inside, and was threatening the victim. Shots were fired. Pacheco was arrested for felony assault. And new information now on the case against one of the suspects in the death of mom and teacher Alexis Stakely. Rayon Hawkins is pleading not guilty. A judge increased his bond, though, from $500,000 to $750,000 this week. He is charged with a list of crimes that include murder, involuntary manslaughter, robbery, theft. Stakely was killed in July of 2024 after 3 teens stole her car with her little boy inside. She was desperate and tried to stop them by jumping on the hood of her car, but they kept on going. She was thrown off the hood and died from her injuries.
State lawmakers are cracking down on crime against law enforcement. The Larry Henderson Act is named for the Hamilton County deputy who was killed in May. Prosecutors say that Rodney Hinton intentionally ran over Larry Henderson while he was working traffic detail at UC's graduation day. If this legislation is passed, anyone found guilty of aggravated murder of a police officer can face the death penalty or life in prison.
The possibility of life in prison with parole should be amended and removed from the Ohio Revised Code.
Yeah, when you kill a first responder, police officer, firefighter, EMS, military personnel, you knowingly kill them, you're going to do life in prison. You're not getting out. Parole's not an option, like you said, or you're going to get the death penalty.
And the bill had its first hearing today. The fallen deputy's widow is expected to speak at the next hearing.
Okay, who shot you? Who shot you, sir?
My godfather, he just shot me because he laid hands on me and I punched him in the face.
Investigators sorting out a shooting that happened inside a gated community in Preble County near the Indiana border. Deputies say the 24-year-old victim ran over to a neighbor's house for help. He was found with a gunshot wound to the chest. He was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but is expected to be okay. The accused shooter, his father, is now behind bars and facing charges. Prosecutors are now reviewing the case.
These 2 people know each other, and we believe they live in the same house. There was some type of argument between the 2, some type of confrontation, which led to one person getting a firearm and shooting our gunshot victim.
I'm national correspondent Kayla Gaskins in Washington. Coming up, how politics has yet again crossed over to the NFL.
Plus, the Buckeyes are back in the shoe on Saturday to take on Minnesota. After the break, we're highlighting a key Buckeye who will be hitting the field against his former team.
In Central Ohio, there are so many issues that develop during the day. Issues that affect you and your communities.
Our goal is to make a difference for you by getting you the answers you deserve.
We're on your side to find solutions.
To make sure you know first before the weather affects you.
More than 4,000.
Governor Mike DeWine announcing that both
Tonight with this rain moving.
It starts with Central Ohio's only 10 p.m. newscast, Fox 28 News at 10.
followed by ABC 6 News at 11. Always on your side.
Weather in Central Ohio can change
in an instant. You can be prepared with the Ohio Weather app.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Ohio Weather app today. The ABC 6 First Warning weather experts are on your side.
Built by tradition, driven by Saturdays. Dave Holmes, Beanie Wells, and Cardale Jones host The Script, a new show covering the Ohio State story from the guys who wrote it.
You're going to call me a homer in this situation, I know.
Here we go. With big opinions.
Why in the world would you not want a primetime game of this magnitude?
And real talk from real Buckeyes.
Yes, they're ducking the smoke. Coming in hot. Oh, my God.
New episodes every week. The Script, wherever you get your podcasts.
When you need help,
it's always good to have somebody on your side.
There's some tough decisions that we'll have to make.
And solving problems is our mission. Getting answers to issues impacting our community.
That happened for 7 years. Is that a waste of money?
Looking out for the safety of you and your family.
It's really just about humanizing our badge.
And always working to earn your trust.
Channel 6 is the best.
It's good to have ABC 6 News on your side.
ABC 6 News at 6 on your side.
New tonight, the selection of Bad Bunny to headline the Super Bowl halftime show is sparking political backlash and plenty of debate.
Kayla Gaskins has that story from D.C.
Politics has once again crossed over into the NFL. This time over the announcement that Puerto Rican music sensation Bad Bunny will headline the Super Bowl halftime show. The global star, second only to Taylor Swift in Spotify streams, has never shied away from politics, publicly endorsing Kamala Harris in 2024. He's been seen wearing dresses, criticizing President Trump, and mocking immigration crackdowns in his music videos.
I made a mistake. I want to apologize to the immigrants in America.
He notably snubbed the United States when releasing dates for an upcoming international tour a few weeks ago, citing concerns ICE agents would target his fan base, which is largely Latino. As a Puerto Rican, Bad Bunny is himself a U.S. citizen. He will now make one stop in February for the Super Bowl in Santa Clara, California. And Department of Homeland Security advisor Corey Lewandowski all but promised ICE will be there.
There is nowhere that you can provide safe haven to people who are in this country illegally, not the Super Bowl and nowhere else. We will find you, we will apprehend you, we will put you in a detention facility, and we will deport you.
Conservatives slamming the NFL's choice as divisive, citing the artist's history of negative comments about ICE agents.
You want to perform on the largest stage in front of a predominantly American audience, and then once again you want to demonize our federal agents, our law enforcement. To me, that's the part of this that is divisive and just doesn't belong at the Super Bowl.
Critics argue those upset over the selection are overreacting.
I always remember we used to kind of make fun of the left for being snowflakes and offended all the time. Everything is offending the GOP today.
The NFL choosing Bad Bunny comes as Commissioner Roger Goodell remains focused on expanding to an international audience, playing more games overseas in cities like Dublin, London, Madrid, even Mexico City, and Rio de Janeiro. In Washington, I'm Kayla Gaskins.
That brings us to the question of the day. Do you agree with the NFL's decision to have Bad Bunny perform the Super Bowl halftime show? A lot of people have opinions on this. You can scan the QR code or click on this story on our website. In the football fever, the #1 Buckeyes heading into Saturday's primetime matchup against Minnesota, riding some success, winning 12 straight games against the Gophers.
I have a feeling it will be 13, just saying. Ohio State starting right tackle Phillip Daniels will be reunited with his old team. The Cincy native spent the last 2 years playing for Minnesota before returning to his home state. Daniels has started in all 4 games at right tackle on the offensive line, and that has allowed just 2 sacks and 5 tackles for loss this season. Make sure to catch Dave and the Football Fever team this weekend right here on ABC6. The pregame show starts at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Kickoff is at 7:30 prime time, and then head on back here for the postgame wrap-up at 11 p.m. As for those high schoolers, they hit the field tomorrow night. Join us for Week 7, of Friday Night Rivals as Logan Elm hosts Bloom Carroll. Kickoff is tomorrow night at 7 on the CW Columbus and, of course, our ABC6 YouTube channel. And, of course, you can always tune in at 10 as I give those highlights.
Oh, Rodney loves the highlights.
Yes, ESPN has been calling, but I say no. Oh, no.
He's sticking with us.
Right
sticking
here.
with you guys.
Staying right here. Speaking of Friday Night Rivals, it is going to be a warm night for some football. Tomorrow evening, we are still looking at temperatures in the mid-70s at kickoff. Temperatures will eventually get down into the 60s during the game. But Bloom Carroll at Logan Elm is going to be our Friday Night Rivals game. It'll be a big one. Make sure you're prepared for that sunshine while you're in the stands. The sun will go down during the game. In the meantime, on Saturday, Minnesota is here at Ohio Stadium. Temperatures at 7:30 are going to be around 77 degrees and eventually falling into the 60s probably by the end of the game. But we will have dry conditions. And once again, the sun will go down during the game on Saturday. Tonight, it is beautiful out there. We have mainly clear sky across most of the Buckeye State. Still a little bit of high pressure giving us a nice evening out there. We're going to stay mostly clear for the next few hours. A few clouds come and go, but it is really pleasant out there. 79 degrees, no breeze, low humidity. So pretty comfortable. Your D.R. Horton America's Builder current conditions in Kenton and Marion both at 80 degrees right now, 77 in Mount Vernon and Newark, Logan and Athens both at 79. Here are the clouds. They come and go a little bit during the early overnight hours, and then we'll do a little more clearing. So we will see some sunshine breaking through first thing in the morning. Partly cloudy for the next few hours. 8 o'clock, we're still in the lower 70s, 70 degrees at 9. The overnight low eventually drops us to 56 degrees. So by then, we're mainly clear, and it is a beautiful, mild start to your day. Breeze is coming out of the southeast and south. And so that's part of what's keeping our temperatures up, along with just the fact that there's a big warm air mass sitting on top of us. We've also got all that sunshine to help warm us up. And some high pressure is going to keep most of the clouds at bay on Friday. Same thing on Saturday. The high is way out here on the East Coast. So that's what's allowing all of this southerly breeze to move in. But Saturday looks fantastic for some outdoor activities. At the bus stop, first thing in the morning, temperatures are going to be in the mid-50s, and you'll be partly cloudy, at times even mostly cloudy, but you'll get some sunshine in between. By the time you're on the way home in the afternoon, 82 degrees with brilliant sunshine and blue sky. So a nice day again tomorrow, but way above average. Feeling more like summer than early fall. We'll aim for a high near 82 degrees. So normal highs are in the low 70s, so 72-ish. So that's why this is way above average, and even warmer again on Saturday. We'll go ahead and call it unseasonably warm. It'll be sunny, it'll be breezy. Sunday is sunny and dry, but it's windy. 84 degrees, still breezy on Monday with a high of 85. Then we finally get a chance for some scattered showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, and a high on Tuesday near 80 degrees.
Still ahead at 5:25, Pope Leo weighing in on some hot-button topics in the U.S. His message to the world in less than 3 minutes.
Plus, it was a deportation case that caused controversy and made international headlines. An update up next.
In Central Ohio, there are so many issues that develop during the day, issues that affect you and your communities.
Our goal is to make a difference for you by getting you the answers you deserve.
We're on your side to find solutions.
To make sure you know first before the weather affects you.
More than 4,000.
Governor Mike DeWine announcing that both
Tonight with this rain moving.
It starts with Central Ohio's only 10 p.m. newscast, Fox 28 News at 10.
Followed by ABC 6 News at 11. Always on your side.
Weather in Central Ohio can change
in an instant. You can be prepared with the Ohio Weather app.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me Tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Ohio Weather app today. The ABC 6 First Warning Weather experts are on your side.
Built by tradition, driven by Saturdays. Dave Holmes, Beanie Wells, and Cardale Jones host The Script, a new show covering the Ohio State story from the guys who wrote it.
You're going to call me a homer in this situation, I know.
Here we go.
With big opinions.
Why in the world would you not want a primetime game of this magnitude?
And real talk from real Buckeyes.
Yes, they're ducking the smoke. Coming in hot. Oh, my God.
New episodes every week. The Script, wherever you get your podcasts.
When you need help,
it's always good to have somebody on your side.
There's some tough decisions that we'll have to make.
And solving problems is our mission. Getting answers to issues impacting our community.
That happened for 7 years. Is that a waste of money?
Looking out for the safety of you and your family.
It's really just about humanizing our badge.
And always working to earn your trust.
Channel 6 is the best.
It's good to have ABC 6 News on your side.
ABC 6 News at 6 on your side.
Developing now, Pope Leo, the first American pope, making rare comments about American politics.
The pontiff appears to be taking on the White House on several hot-button issues. Victor Oquendo has the details.
Pope Leo and the White House engaging in a thinly veiled battle over what it means to be pro-life. Leo, in rare political comments, bringing up the issues of abortion and the death penalty.
Someone who says I'm against abortion but says I'm in favor of the death penalty is not really pro-life.
The Pope made the comments after he was asked about a Chicago Cardinal awarding Illinois Senator Dick Durbin a Lifetime Achievement Award, even though Durbin is a defender of abortion rights, something the church opposes. In defending the award, Pope Leo urged Catholics not to judge political figures on a single issue. In making his point, he then took aim at U.S. immigration policy.
Someone who says that I'm against abortion, but I'm in agreement with the inhuman treatment of immigrants who are in the United States, I don't know if that's pro-life.
The Pope not mentioning President Trump or the administration by name, but White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt responded, saying this.
This administration is trying to enforce our nation's laws in the most humane way possible.
Earlier this year, the Trump administration sparred with Leo's predecessor, Pope Francis, after Francis sent a letter to American bishops saying the act of deporting people damages the dignity of many men and women and of entire families. Borders Czar Tom Homan responding.
He's got a wall around the Vatican, does he not? So he's got a wall around to protect his people and himself, but we can't have a wall around the United States.
Pope Leo also addressing Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's speech this week to U.S. military commanders. The Pope saying this way of speaking is worrying because it shows each time an increase in tensions. This vocabulary even shifting from Minister of Defense to Minister of War. Let's hope it is only a way of speaking. Victor Oquendo, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead at 5:30, the latest push to build Ohio's future, how data centers are reshaping the state's economy.
Plus, mixed emotions in Memphis as federal agencies team up with the National Guard to fight crime. The message from families and lawmakers at 5:33.
This countdown to kickoff is sponsored by Division 7 Roofing.
In Central Ohio, there are so many issues that develop during the day. Issues that affect you and your communities.
Our goal is to make a difference for you by getting you the answers you deserve.
We're on your side to find solutions.
To make sure you know first before the weather affects you.
More than 4,000.
Governor Mike DeWine announcing that both
Tonight with this rain moving.
It starts with Central Ohio's only 10 p.m. newscast, Fox 28 News at 10.
followed by ABC6 News at 11. Always on your side.
Weather in Central Ohio can change
in an instant. You can be prepared with the Ohio Weather app.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me Tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Ohio Weather app today. The ABC6 First Warning Weather experts are on your side.
Built by tradition, driven by Saturdays. Dave Holmes, Beanie Wells, and Cardale Jones host The Script, a new show covering the Ohio State story from the guys who wrote it.
You're going to call me a homer in this situation, I know. Here we go.
With big opinions.
Why in the world would you not want a primetime game of this magnitude?
And real talk from real Buckeyes.
Yes, they're ducking the smoke. Coming in hot. Oh, my God.
New episodes every week. The Script, wherever you get your podcasts.
When you need help,
it's always good to have somebody on your side.
There's some tough decisions that we'll have to make.
And solving problems is our mission. Getting answers to issues impacting our community.
That happened for 7 years. Is that a waste of money?
Looking out for the safety of you and your family.
It's really just about humanizing our badge.
And always working to earn your trust.
Channel 6 is the best.
It's good to have ABC6 News on your side.
ABC6 News at 6 on your side.
Data centers seem to be popping up everywhere in Central Ohio. Now a new study by the Chamber of Commerce reveals how they're reshaping our economy.
The report indicates the state of Ohio is in for some major changes. Terry Sullivan breaking it all down.
Ohio has emerged as the Midwest breakout star in the digital economy.
The 83-page economic impact study by the Ohio Chamber of Commerce details the big-time changes data centers are making here.
In fact, Columbus is now ranked the 4th largest data center market globally by operational capacity.
Researchers say it's already having a big impact on Ohio's economy, jobs, even energy. Right now, data centers support more than 95,000 jobs tied to construction, operations, and supply chains. By 2030, that number could jump to more than 132,000 jobs statewide. Future success will come down to a reliable power grid and getting projects up and running fast. But it all comes at a price.
By 2030, data center electricity demand is projected to increase by 800%. Here is a problem. Data centers can be built in 18 to 36 months, but major upgrades, grid upgrades, take about 5 to 10 years.
We asked what's being done to expand the power grid. He said AEP and other companies are already investing billions.
One of the main things is if you increase the transmission, they would increase the efficiency. You can push more power through the transmission line. So that's that's quicker typically than building power plants.
We also asked if these data centers were raising the electric bills of average consumers.
I haven't really looked at any peer-reviewed reports which kind of says that we do find a direct link between data centers and our consumer bills. But there was a report by Bloomberg 2 days back, and they found that there was a direct linkage.
He went on to say that went beyond the scope of this report. The study says continued growth will depend on smart planning, especially around infrastructure, energy use, a skilled workforce, and keeping communities in the loop. The report also suggests setting up a data center energy council to help with planning, permits, and land use, all while making sure local communities are protected. On your side, Terry Sullivan, ABC6 News.
Giant Eagle is slashing prices on more than 300 items through December 31st. It includes family essentials like eggs, produce, meats, and breads. And you can find a full list on our website. Just search for this story.
Let's give you a live look at first warning radar across central Ohio tonight. We have another beautiful day, although it is still dry as a bone out there. Well, a different look there. Chief Meteorologist Marshall McPeak says we have to wait a bit.
Yep, trust me, the radar is clean right now. There's nothing out there at the moment. That was
the drought?
That was a look at the new drought monitor that came out this morning, and that is not looking great for Ohio. Now, it depends on which end of the scale you look at for Ohio. So the low end of the scale, the abnormally dry part, has actually shrunk a little bit. However, the extreme portion has expanded a little bit, so it's kind of a wash overall. But we do have a few counties off to the far southern end of Ohio that are out of drought right now. Most of central Ohio is at least in moderate drought, or at least abnormally dry. That's going to continue for a while. The 8 to 14-day outlook suggests after the rain we get next week, which will probably be Tuesday, Wednesday, beyond that, we're drier than average to average across a lot of Ohio. The wetter portion stays off to our west. And we're going to be warm for a while as well. This weekend, we're almost 15 degrees above average. That is also likely to continue because most of the country through the middle of October is expected to stay warmer than average. We are seeing some changes in the leaves out there. Our friends at the Ohio Department of Natural Resources have a new map out today. Up in the northeastern corner of the state, we're near peak. So Punderson State Park getting some color right now. A lot of central Ohio is at least patchy right now, but parts of southwestern Ohio are still green. So it's very localized where you do have some color right now. More of that is coming. We are dry and mainly sunny across the state right now. It's 80 in Marion, 79 in Columbus, Chillicothe, and Athens, Zanesville at 75. And over the next few hours, the clouds come and go a little bit, but it will be a beautiful evening for central Ohio if you have some outdoor plans. Maybe a little grilling tonight. 7 o'clock will still be in the mid-70s. We'll drop to 70 degrees by 9 o'clock and into the 60s by 10. Your overnight lows are going to drop into the 50s for a lot of places. We're going to take a look at your weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
Developing now, President Trump's crime crackdown is underway in Memphis.
Now, federal troops are helping local law enforcement officers around the city. Angela Brown is breaking it all down.
I went back to check in with Shay Liggins, a mother still waiting for justice for her son, and now watching to see if National Guard patrols bring any real change.
So what have you seen so far in Memphis?
Nothing. On the news, I see that not far from me, I mean, maybe 2 miles from me, that's where they're set up.
Already the Trump administration touting progress. AG Pam Bondi posting this on X. Our operation in Memphis is now underway and we're just getting started. Yesterday, 9 arrests were made and 2 illegal firearms were taken off the streets. Mayor Paul Young didn't ask for the National Guard, but plans to work with federal officials, saying this last month.
We want to make sure that as these individuals come into our city and in our community, that they are able to engage in a way that is not threatening and that they are supportive to our law enforcement efforts.
Shay Liggins lost her son to gun violence and says she wants more than military presence. She wants arrests that stick.
Once you arrest them, I need the system to keep them. If they're, like a gun charge or something like that, if they've done a violent crime, I need you to hold them there. Don't let them go on a low bond.
But there is opposition. Memphis community leaders have launched the Free 901 campaign, named after the city's area code, to push back on what they call an occupation. Their message? Real safety doesn't come from soldiers or surveillance. It comes from schools, housing, jobs. In Washington, D.C., I'm Angela Brown.
A judge is keeping a removal order in place against Kilmar Garcia. The judge denied his request to reopen his deportation case. Garcia was granted protected status in the U.S. back in 2019. He was deported to his native El Salvador in March. The U.S. government brought him back to the States in June to face smuggling charges. Developing at this hour, 2 people have died and 3 others were hurt following an attack at a synagogue in the UK. Investigators say the suspect drove a car into a public area and stabbed a man. Now, officers opened fire, shooting and killing that suspect. Today's incident happened on Yom Kippur, the holiest day on the Jewish calendar. United Kingdom's Prime Minister says more police officers will be deployed at synagogues across the UK.
3 men have been arrested in Berlin on suspicion of planning attacks against Jewish and Israeli targets. German officials say the suspects were tasked by Hamas to obtain weapons. An AK-47, handguns, and ammunition were seized in this investigation. The arrests come amid warnings of heightened threats against Jewish communities in Germany. A flight attendant is injured. 2 Delta jets badly damaged after a collision at LaGuardia. The airline says the wing of a plane hit the fuselage of an arriving flight that was on the taxiway. This happened late last night. Passengers were taken off that plane and taken back to the terminal.
We were taking a right off of the main runway, and all of a sudden you feel the brakes go on, and you see this object coming across the left side of the plane, and you feel the front of the plane just kind of get dragged to the right, and you can physically feel like in your seat you moving to the right.
The flight attendant is expected to make a full recovery. The airline says it's rebooking all the passengers today.
Developing tonight, the Trump administration is stopping tariffs on pharmaceuticals. Now, all of it as the administration works on a deal with drug companies. This comes as Pfizer has agreed to a deal to invest $70 billion to boost manufacturing here in the U.S. In turn, Pfizer will avoid tariffs for 3 years. The president says he's expecting to strike similar deals with other companies pretty soon.
Still ahead, Peloton has just reinvented the wheel with some of its most popular products. How you can save some money and take a ride with AI.
Plus, President Trump's Commerce Secretary is speaking out about Jeffrey Epstein ahead his connection to the sexual predator.
In Central Ohio, there are so many issues that develop during the day. Issues that affect you and your communities.
Our goal is to make a difference for you by getting you the answers you deserve.
We're on your side to find solutions.
To make sure you know first before the weather affects you.
More than 4,000.
Governor Mike DeWine announcing that both
tonight with this rain moving.
It starts with Central Ohio's only 10 p.m. newscast, Fox 28 News at 10.
Followed by ABC6 News at 11. Always on your side.
Weather in Central Ohio can change
in an instant. You can be prepared with the Ohio Weather app.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me Tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Ohio Weather app today. The ABC6 First Warning Weather experts are on your side.
Built by tradition, driven by Saturdays. Dave Holmes, Beanie Wells, and Cardale Jones host The Script, a new show covering the Ohio State story from the guys who wrote it.
You're going to call me a homer in this situation, I know. Here we go.
With big opinions.
Why in the world would you not want a primetime game of this magnitude?
And real talk from real Buckeyes.
Yes, they're ducking the smoke. Coming in hot. Oh, my God.
New episodes every week. The Script, wherever you get your podcasts.
When you need help,
it's always good to have somebody on your side.
There's some tough decisions that we'll have to make.
And solving problems is our mission. Getting answers to issues impacting our community.
That happened for 7 years. Is that a waste of money?
Looking out for the safety of you and your family.
It's really just about humanizing our badge.
And always working to earn your trust.
Channel 6 is the best.
It's good to have ABC6 News on your side.
ABC6 News at 6 on your side.
In consumer news, Peloton just unveiled its revamped portfolio. It includes 5 new projects, including a cheaper base model and advanced versions of its bike and treadmill. All of these items have improved Wi-Fi connectivity and upgraded speakers. The company says it also improved its seat for the bikes. Peloton's Plus versions of its rowing machines, treadmills, and bikes also now have a feature called Peloton IQ. That's an AI-assisted feature that serves as a personal trainer, giving feedback to the user.
If you have a lot of memories saved on Snapchat, it may cost you to keep them. Snapchat is putting paid storage plans in place. Snapchat first introduced memories back in 2016, allowing you to save pictures and videos instead of letting them simply disappear. Since then, more than 1 trillion memories have been saved on Snapchat. Only those with more than 5 gigs of memories will have to pay that $1.99 per month starting next year.
Are you feeling the allergy misery? I'm Liz Bonus. Something new in the works that might make a difference. We explain just ahead.
Plus, how a new garden is helping in the fight against cancer, the unique treatment benefiting patients.
In Central Ohio, there are so many issues that develop during the day. Issues that affect you and your communities.
Our goal is to make a difference for you by getting you the answers you deserve.
We're on your side to find solutions.
To make sure you know first before the weather affects you.
More than 4,000.
Governor Mike DeWine announcing that both
Tonight with this rain moving.
It starts with Central Ohio's only 10 p.m. newscast, Fox 28 News at 10.
Followed by ABC6 News at 11. Always on your side.
Weather in Central Ohio can change
in an instant. You can be prepared with the Ohio Weather app.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me Tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Ohio Weather app today. The ABC6 First Warning Weather experts are on your side.
Built by tradition, driven by Saturdays. Dave Holmes, Beanie Wells, and Cardale Jones host The Script, a new show covering the Ohio State story from the guys who wrote it.
You're going to call me a homer in this situation, I know. Here we go.
With big opinions.
Why in the world would you not want a primetime game of this magnitude?
And real talk from real Buckeyes.
Yes, they're ducking the smoke. Coming in hot. Oh, my God.
New episodes every week. The Script, wherever you get your podcasts.
When you need help,
it's always good to have somebody on your side.
There's some tough decisions that we'll have to make.
And solving problems is our mission. Getting answers to issues impacting our community.
That happened for 7 years. Is that a waste of money?
Looking out for the safety of you and your family.
It's really just about humanizing our badge.
And always working to earn your trust.
Channel 6 is the best.
It's good to have ABC6 News on your side.
ABC6 News at 6 on your side.
Here's a look at stories coming up all new for you tonight at 6. Columbus and state leaders want faith-based groups to help solve the housing crisis backed by millions in new tax credits. Investigator Lisa Ronsola has the new strategy and the debate at the State House. And the Buckeye women tip off the season in just weeks, but there are some big question marks that are hanging over this squad as they get ready to hit the court. Dave Holmes will have that story from the shot. Those stories and much more all new tonight at 6.
Developing now, the government shutdown has delayed any push to release all of the Department of Justice's files on Jeffrey Epstein.
But tonight, one member of the Trump administration is discussing his relationship with Epstein. Rena Roy has the very latest.
He's one of President Trump's top cabinet officials, and now Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is speaking out about convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Lutnick, who once lived next door to Epstein, told a New York Post podcast Epstein once gave him a tour of his home, saying Epstein's high-profile associates not only knew of his behavior, but that some even participated.
Did they see it and ignore it, or
no? They participated.
Right. That's what his MO was, get a massage, get a massage. And what happened in that massage room, I assume was on video. This guy was the greatest blackmailer ever.
Without providing evidence, Lutnick saying he believes Epstein may have traded alleged blackmail videos for a lesser prison sentence during his first criminal case in 2008.
I assume way back when they traded those videos in exchange for him getting that 18-month sentence.
He also described Epstein as, quote, gross.
I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me. Ooh. And he says, and the right kind of massage.
His comments are a major break from the narrative from the Department of Justice and the FBI. FBI Director Kash Patel saying this when he testified last month.
Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals.
President Trump was friends with Epstein in the 1990s, but they later said they had a falling out. And he's also said the effort to release the files has been blown out of proportion.
It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats and some stupid Republicans.
ABC News has reached out to both the White House and Commerce Department for comment, but have not heard back. The Justice Department and FBI have said there is no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, but House Democrats are now looking to speak with Lutnick. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Chemo is often an effective way to fight cancer, but there are several side effects. That includes possible changes in a patient's sense of taste. A survivor who underwent treatment at OSU says that's exactly what happened to her.
Food didn't look good. It didn't taste good. It didn't smell good. I had a very metallic taste in my mouth.
It's a pretty common side effect, and that's why the Garden of Hope was created. More than 200 cancer survivors are able to get free nutrition counseling. An OSU dietitian says the fresh food can help patients to rediscover their taste buds.
A new kind of vaccine might help reduce the need for allergy shots.
Medical reporter Liz Bonus following this story for us tonight. Liz, great to see you as always. This sounds like a very interesting story. Tell us all about it.
Hey there, everybody. If you suffer from fall allergies, you likely know it's been a pretty miserable season. The good news, there's something in the works that might soon stop symptoms before they ever start.
Usually have some nasal drippage or congestion.
And for those such as Danielle Marshall, sometimes once those allergies to outdoor plants start, they don't stop.
It's no longer seasonal allergies. It's kind of like an annual allergy that I experience on a day-to-day basis.
She's not the only one. Dr. Mark Rothenberg, the director of the Division of Allergy Immunology at Ohio's Cincinnati Children's Hospital, told me.
Yes, we're living in an allergy epidemic. Allergies are spreading throughout the world. Here in the U.S., 30 to 50% of the population has some form of allergies.
So as this video provided by the hospital shows, his team now working on a novel approach in the lab to stop allergies altogether in the body. Could be allergies to outdoor plants or irritants, or even food such as peanuts. He's using what's called a nanoparticle vaccine. It is similar to the COVID-19 vaccine, where a message is delivered to the spike protein that usually infects the body.
We've substituted allergens for the infectious agents. And we used a similar approach to what we use for the COVID vaccine to treat and prevent allergies.
His lab experiments have really worked. When compared to a control group, this nanoparticle vaccine helped reduce the inflammatory response that leads to an allergic reaction, something that could keep allergy symptoms from developing in the body altogether.
The ultimate goal is to make this a widespread, broadly applicable approach to stamp out the allergy problem.
Now, we're likely still a few years away from all this coming to market. Clinical trials still need to be done in people. That's the next step. With your health news, I'm Liz Bonus reporting.
Thanks, Liz. Conditions are improving in the Atlantic today. Imelda is moving away from Bermuda. Officials there reported major power outages, lots of downed trees. Fortunately, no injuries. Earlier this week, Imelda unleashed widespread flooding in Cuba and Haiti, and they reported multiple deaths there. Hurricane Humberto pretty much fizzled out Wednesday in the North Atlantic, but both systems were able to create dangerous rip currents along the U.S. East Coast. At this point, forecasters expect the remnants of Humberto to affect Ireland and the UK on Friday. Imelda is weakening already and is now a post-tropical storm.
Okay.
So it's a big change. In fact, the National Hurricane Center, as of 11 o'clock today, has kind of washed its hands of Imelda and said, we've issued our last advisory on this one because the storm has weakened enough for that. So at 11 o'clock this morning, it still had winds that were just barely hurricane strength, but by the time this system begins to develop fronts, it's now considered post-tropical. And so it's kind of fizzling out. It will get weaker and weaker as it moves up into the North Atlantic. And eventually it will aim for the UK and Ireland, but it's probably just going to be a low pressure center by the time it gets there without much oomph left to it. Couple of places to watch. One is in the equatorial Atlantic. The systems that are out there, only about a 20% chance of becoming named storms. There is a system off the coast of Florida right now, but not expected to become a named storm. It's just a low pressure center with lots of rain and wind. In the meantime, here at home, it's quiet. It's beautiful. We got lots of blue sky. It is going to be a gorgeous evening for most of central Ohio. 79 degrees and no breeze. Dew points are in the 40s, which pushes your relative humidity down to 31%. So this is some nice, comfortable, dry, refreshing air out there, and overnight is going to stay the same way. D.R. Horton, America's Builder, current conditions, a lot of places at 77 degrees right now. Delaware, like Columbus, at 79, Chillicothe at 79 degrees. Not a lot going on the maps other than a few clouds come and go a little bit. We will see some stars in between those clouds, but we are not expecting any precipitation yet. There is some in the extended forecast, though. If you have plans outdoors this evening, oh, it's nice. Walk in the neighborhood, walk the dog, a little grilling, be out on the patio. 72 degrees by 8 o'clock this evening, and your overnight low in Columbus drops to 56. Mainly clear to partly cloudy around a lot of the state for the night tonight. Tomorrow, summer is still hanging on in a big way. We get lots of sunshine, high pressure still in the area, and that is going to keep things sunny and blue sky all day. So very pleasant in the morning, lots of sunshine. Normal highs are in the lower 70s. We're going to be in the lower 80s, so it is still feeling like summertime out there, and we will have lots of sunshine to go with it. You'll probably still want some sunscreen if you're going to be out in the sun during the day tomorrow. 82 for the high, plenty of sunshine. We're way above average. Saturday, if you're going to the shoe, you're going to have some very warm temperatures. It's a 7:30 p.m. kick, but we will still be in the 70s at that point. The daytime, sunny, breezy. We'll call it unseasonably warm. On Sunday, we get very windy, wind coming out of the south, and 84 degrees with all that sunshine. It's going to be another warm day. 85 on Monday. Then we've got a cold front coming in on Tuesday. That will give us a chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms. A high around 80 degrees in the afternoon, and those showers will finish up by the time we get to Wednesday morning. By then, though, the high temperatures are below average. So right now, the weather's pretty quiet. Now's a good time to just be prepared. Stay weather aware so that when the next round of storms gets here, you've already got the Ohio Weather app ready to go. The First Warning weather experts can keep you updated no matter where you are. If you don't have the app yet, pretty easy to do this. Just go to your phone's app store, search Ohio WX, and download it for free.
Around town, veterans organizations have retired more than 5,000 pounds of worn out and unserviceable folded flags. Organizers of this event today say since the flags are polyester or nylon and because of EPA laws, they can't openly burn them like they would with cotton flags. Instead, they're using incinerators and they have scrubbers to take carcinogens out of the exhaust so it doesn't get into the air.
We're doing it in a very dignified, respectful, and honorable retirement. They're the symbol of our country. And you know, they basically fly over our country to make sure, you know, to tell everybody that we are a free nation of a free people.
If you have a flag that needs to be retired, you can bring it to any VFW location, American Legion, or post office.
The Trump administration appears set to move more federal troops into more cities. I'm Christine Frizzell with the details ahead.
In Central Ohio, there are so many issues that develop during the day, issues that affect you and your communities.
Our goal is to make a difference for you by getting you the answers you deserve.
We're on your side to find solutions.
To make sure you know first before the weather affects you.
More than 4,000.
Governor Mike DeWine announcing that both
Tonight with this rain moving.
It starts with Central Ohio's only 10 p.m. newscast, Fox 28 News at 10.
Followed by ABC6 News at 11. Always on your side.
Weather in Central Ohio can change
in an instant. You can be prepared with the Ohio Weather app.
Before weather threatens, access storm tracking, interactive radar, and your futurecast.
Use Follow Me Tracking to know exactly how the weather will affect you right where you are.
Every day, every season, every condition on every platform.
Download the Ohio Weather app today. The ABC6 First Warning Weather experts are on your side.
Built by tradition, driven by Saturdays. Dave Holmes, Beanie Wells, and Cardale Jones host The Script, a new show covering the Ohio State story from the guys who wrote it.
You're going to call me a homer in this situation, I know. Here we go.
With big opinions.
Why in the world would you not want a primetime game of this magnitude?
And real talk from real Buckeyes.
Yes, they're ducking the smoke.
Coming in hot. Oh, my God.
New episodes every week. The Script, wherever you get your podcasts.
When you need help,
it's always good to have somebody on your side.
There's some tough decisions that we'll have to make.
And solving problems is our mission. Getting answers to issues impacting our community.
That happened for 7 years. Is that a waste of money?
Looking out for the safety of you and your family.
It's really just about humanizing our badge.
And always working to earn your trust.
Channel 6 is the best.
It's good to have ABC6 News on your side.
ABC6 News at 6 on your side.
New tonight, could Washington, D.C. be the blueprint?
The White House is making plans to put federal troops in cities across the country. Christine Frizzell has the details.
The presence of federal troops on the ground in Memphis contributing to an effort that's resulted in 93 arrests and 28 illegal guns seized in the first 72 hours, according to Attorney General Pam Bondi.
Right now, it's really just getting the crime under control in Memphis because it has been out of control.
But the effort has also included escalated efforts by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also playing out in Chicago, with Portland, Oregon reportedly next on the list.
How about Portland, Oregon, where it looks like a war zone?
But local leaders insist the city has been undergoing a revival, pointing also to a double-digit drop in homicides. According to the latest FBI data from 2024, the city is ranked 72nd in violent crime.
We're not tolerating violence or vandalism, illegal behavior, but we also are huge proponents of free speech and for people to be able to travel freely and safely about the city.
Top Trump administration officials on the ground Wednesday in Memphis say they want to follow the example set in Washington, D.C., where federal troops were deployed for weeks.
The model that we did in D.C. worked incredible, and as you see, crime has plummeted in D.C.
Prior to the Trump administration, local law enforcement was barred from working with federal immigration authorities. But this video, obtained by the Washington Post, appears to show a D.C. police officer releasing a man who'd been pulled over for a traffic stop directly to a Homeland Security officer, a partnership the Trump administration is celebrating while others are not.
We never wanted MPD to go out on patrol with Homeland Security agencies, but they're part of the task force, and that should change.
Now, several state attorneys general have continued to argue the deployment of these federal troops into their cities is illegal. They have filed lawsuits in an attempt to stop them from coming.
I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're just going to talk to me and be like, yeah.
ABC 6 News at 6 on your side starts now.
Ground ball backhanded by Torkelson. The ball dropped by Vest. It rolls over to the Detroit dugout. Now he throws to second, not in time.
Turns out